Hey, Nicole. So, we've been talking in this post about the relevance of different tutorials and really as a designer and as student designers, I want to make it obvious that it's incumbent on you to be able to decipher a really great tutorial from something that's maybe not so great. And you can tell pretty quickly in a tutorial if the person knows what they're talking about and what they're doing. And there's a lot on YouTube that you kind of have to pass over. You know that, right? I mean, it's like everything else in YouTube. There's plenty of stuff you have to pass over. And when you hit the good stuff, as a designer, you should know there's two things you're looking for in tutorials. Number one is good quality tutorial advice where they're showing relevant techniques and maybe not outdated techniques. Or of course, you always want to maintain a non-destructive workflow. So make sure that the tutorials that you're willing to take are preserving a non-destructive workflow. Otherwise, as we have learned, they're basically useless. Non-destructive workflow is your mantra in Photoshop. Okay, so I always say to myself, okay, no pixels were harmed in the production of this image. And it's really, really something you have to keep near and dear to your heart as you work in Photoshop. And this resource, right? This is Unameshi Dinda, and this guy's great. He's really good. He's so comfortable behind the camera. He's very, very magnetic. He's got a great personality, and he's really good behind the camera. So, plus he's a Photoshop. I mean, he's a guru. So the techniques he's showing are very, very effective. He's very good at showing these techniques, and he's very good at giving sound design advice. So you can't go wrong with Pixel Perfect. No way. Can't go wrong. It's perfectly safe. The technique that you use in a vignette is something that's been around for since the beginning of photography. Now, in terms of doing a digital vignette, yeah, that's a darkroom technique that was labor intensive. To be able to do it digitally is just wonderful. It's a great technique. You can do a black vignette, you can do a white vignette, you can do a duotone vignette in your duotone images. It's just a wonderful technique, and a vignette is something that's not for all images, but it's certainly in the right application is a beautiful, a wonderful, wonderful technique. So good job. I'm so pleased that students are finding these utilitarian tutorials and techniques to learn, as opposed to finding these videos where you have a puppy that has eyes this big or something, a smiley puppy. Like, when in your professional career are you going to be asked to create a puppy with eyes this big and a big smiley face? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm really pleased that most students are really finding these excellent tutorials, something that has got direct and relevant correlation to your upcoming career in design. So, and yours is certainly no exception. So excellent, Ben. Good job on the piece too. I think it's very, very subtle. I'll be really honest with you. Most young designers and design students overdo a vignette to where the edges are really burned or pure white, and you don't want to do that. It's a subtle effect, as it should be a subtle effect. So, and I think you've preserved that quite nicely here. So great job there. All right, Nicole, fantastic. Great written description. Good tutorial, good execution. Thank you very much.